All right, Ron, welcome. Timeless personal growth and development. I've got a good video for you guys today. Hope you're going to enjoy this one. Talking about anger. Men's anger in relationships. And so this is a sensitive topic for a lot of people, and it could be a very confusing topic for a lot of people. Because we hear a lot of things in our culture now. Over the last 30, 40 years, we've heard a lot of different things in terms of dating, in terms of relationships, of men and their anger and their toxic masculinity and all that silly garbage. But you need to realize that men are human beings. We have feelings. We have emotions. We just process it differently than women do. We interpret it and we express it differently than women do. And yeah, men are told now to express your emotions more, be more vulnerable. Or you hear the opposite. You can hear, well, men need to really control their emotions. They really need to have their emotions under control. That's conflicting. Well, what the hell? Which one is it? Do men need to be more emotive, or do men actually need to have more control over their emotions? I'm going to say have more control over emotions. But we're talking about anger. Anger is an emotion. And men are allowed to feel that anger. And to feel that emotion. Especially in the context of a marriage or in a relationship, it's okay to express that. But you have to control it and express it in a much more controlled manner. Because men and women will respond to each other's anger differently. When you come home at the end of the day and wife's girlfriend is in a really bad mood, horrible mood, and she's nagging you and bugging you, and it's like, you just don't want to be around that person, do you? Nagging wife, nagging girlfriend, you just don't want to be around her. It's just awful to be around, right? I'm sure a lot of men watching this video can relate to that, right? Yes. Switch the genders there. Women respond differently to men when they're angry. A lot differently. And there's a reason for that. And that's all tied into evolutionary psychology. When a man, let's say you have a child in the picture. When a man loses his cool, when a man loses his shit in the household, it really goes off the rails, and the woman sees this, her sense of security is at risk. She doesn't feel safe. She doesn't feel secure. But if a man, let's say, loses in control but gets angry in a very controlled manner, showing assertiveness, showing his frustration, showing his anger, but doing it in a very controlled and very disciplined way, anger can be in a very attractive quality in men. Extremely attractive quality. And a lot of times men fail to realize this. Anger is in a very attractive quality, depending on the right context that you're in. Because if you as a man are walking down the street with your wife and your child, and you get confronted by someone, and you immediately get aggressive, you immediately go into protective mode of your wife and your child and get really angry, get really aggressive, that's attractive for the woman, for your wife or your girlfriend. That's very attractive because she knows that when time calls for it, you can lay your shit in. When time calls for it, you can get mad. And you can do some damage when it calls for it. Because that's what women want, right? They want security. So she knows in the back of her head, she knows that in the right situation, you're going to get angry and you're going to step up and you're going to do your job as a man and a protector of the family, and you're going to get aggressive or violent if necessary. And that's okay. So if you're in a situation, if you're in an argument with your wife and you show that anger, that a little bit of that frustration, and your voice goes up and you get very loud and very aggressive, that's okay. She may not like it at first, she may not respond well at first, but in the long term, she'll respect you for it and actually be more attracted to you from that, because she knows she's not with a doormat. She knows she's not with a pussy. She knows that when it comes down to it, you'll get angry and you'll get pissed off and you'll put your foot down when you need to. And that's an attractive quality for women, because it goes into their desire for security. That you can protect them if you need to. Even if your anger is kind of directed towards them in a controlled manner, that's okay. As long as that's controlled. Being assertive, being somewhat aggressive, but doing it in a very controlled way is okay. And it's actually going to benefit your marriage. Women don't want a guy who's just going to sit there all the time and just take the nagging and take the yelling and taking the punishment and sitting there and not making eye contact and not doing anything. No, turn around and get mad, and that's okay. And that's actually going to help you, because it's all going to be tied into respect. She's going to respect you because you're a man and you know how to handle your business, and that's a turn on. Don't forget that. And it all ties into her need for security and safety, and you're going to be providing that by showing that you can get a little bit angry. Because 10,000 years ago, when men who weren't capable of getting angry, getting upset and getting aggressive when they needed to, he would die. His wife and his kids would die as well. Men who display that anger and that can do it in a controlled way, it all ties into evolutionary psychology. It all ties into her need to want to feel safe and secure. So she knows that when the time is right, you can protect her and you can protect your child as well. And on that note, thank you so much for watching. Appreciate it. Do me a big favor, like and subscribe if this video was of value to you, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.